everyone, I have a quick tutorial for you today to show you just how versatile the new Jam-Packed template can actually be. Now, as you know, this template comes with a circular cutout that was designed to perfectly fit any of your half-pint ball canning jars. Now, you can fit a great variety of items within those jars, not just jams and syrups and preserves, but a bunch of other things such as candy, maybe powders for pancakes, things like that, handmade soaps, or whatever else you decide, but you may want to use the template to hold some other items. Now, you can definitely do that whether you have the PDF version or the cut file version with just a few simple steps. Now, if you have the PDF version, which I'm going to switch to right now, as you can see, here is the cutout designed for your ball canning jar. Now, this part of the template gets tucked away, so nobody will ever see it. To make this template versatile, you simply change the size of your cutout or the shape to fit whatever the circumference is that you'd like to package. For instance, say you had a candle. Now, this candle measures 2 3/4 inches wide. If that was different than the size of the cutout, I would alter it. If you had something else you want to package, feel free to change that opening as well. Now, the width of this template is a great size because it can still fit through any kind of die cutting machine. So if you had a particular die cut that you wanted to put for your cutout, that is perfect too. Another tip, you can actually, whether you have the PDF version or a cut file version, you can just cut this panel right off. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. Here you go. This whole panel right here can cut right out. As you see, you have your 2 tabs there. That allows the lid to insert into the front, so you're not really altering anything, and it just gives you a great hinge top tab closure box. So for those of you with PDFs, don't fret. You can have the same versatility as the people with cut files. Now, those of you with cut files, you know you can alter the sizes of any of the templates with a few clicks of a button. Now, if you want to change your openings, what you're going to want to do is, just like people with PDFs, measure the circumference of an item. Now, I cut down some square tubes that I purchased, and I will provide a link to where I purchased these. And I filled them with some Country Time hard candies. Now, I measured my circumference, and it was 1 1/4 inches squared. Now, this was a little bit smaller, but I made mine just a bit bigger so that they'll easily insert. Now, I already took my rounded squares and lined them up. All I did was I went to my basic shapes feature, pulled up the rounded rectangle. As you can see, there it is. I clicked keep proportions, and then I changed it to 1.25. Now, when that was done, once I had 4 of them, I then put them together and saw that they were all perfectly even because it gave me a 2.75 inch squared image. Once these were selected, I went to Object, Group. That way, once I start moving them around, they're all together and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, back to the template. So, you have your jam-packed front panel. You're going to want to make sure you move that to wherever you need it to be cut on your mat. Mine is already in place. You're going to select it, go to Object, Break Apart. Now, when you break apart, that's why we want to make sure we have it where we want on our mat, because all the score marks and everything else will be broken apart from the image as well. You're then going to click that circular image, and if you need to change the size of that circular opening, you can do so here. But if, like me, you take that out and delete it, you're going to package something else, you just select it, drag it to the middle, and once it's in there, you can kind of fiddle with it to make sure it's exactly even. And once you're pretty sure it's where you want it, you can just get ready, go ahead and cut it out. Now, another thing you can do, so you don't have to keep doing this every time you have a project that might use these kind of tubes, or if you wanted to package several without having to redo the template every time, you go to File, Saved Project As. Now, I'm going to save this as Tube Jam-Packed Cut 2. I already have one saved, so I'm going to just select that and hit save. Now this tells me that it already exists. Do I want to replace it? Yes, I do. Now this isn't going to do anything to your original file. It just saves it, since you altered it, as an additional cut file. So there's another tip for you for the future. So now I'm going to get ready to design and cut my packaging out, and I can't wait for you to see the finished product. I hope you found this helpful, and thanks for watching.